A history of pizza. That actually sounds fucking tasty.
Pop quiz hotshot. What's the Pope's favorite pizza topping? I actually don't know. But in 1570, it might have been rosewater and sugar. And that's what we're making today. A 16th century Italian pizza served in the papal court, which calls for exactly those ingredients. So thank you to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this video as we slice into the history of pizza. This time on Tasting History.
Okay. Seems like a nice guy.
So this recipe comes from the Opera di Bartolomeo Scappi, which I did an entire episode on, and I'll put a link up here in the corner so you can watch it, or I'll put one in the description as well.
Sorry, one second. Let me make sure that I have the capability to order pizza during this if I get hungry enough, because I am a hungry boy. Order one random chatter of pizza. Hey, why don't you pick one random chatter? You can start with me. A single pepperoni pizza for $18? How big is it? That's not crazy. That's bad? Now, with delivery, it's going to be like fucking 30, I bet. But 18 for a pizza sounds very reasonable. 18 for a large pep? That's without delivery? That's without delivery. Is that a problem? $29.70. I called it on the fucking dot. LA brain rot? Maybe a little bit, but that's actually better than I expected.
The entire book is filled with recipes that are quintessentially Italian Renaissance. That kind of mixture of sweet and spice that our palate might just be like, what? And this one is no different. Per fare pizza sfogliata ad un altro modo. Another way to prepare flaky pizza. Bring together 3 pounds of fine flour and 2 ounces of yeast starter, 4 ounces of breadcrumb that is soaked in warm water, and enough salt. When the dough is made, let it rest, covered in a warm place to rise, as is done with bread. Then knead it again on the table for a half hour, adding in little by little 2 pounds of fresh butter. Knead until all of the butter has been worked into the dough and it has become soft. Split the dough up into...
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm such a bad cook. 2 pounds of butter sounds disgusting. All I hear is that restaurants always use tons of butter for everything.
2 or 3 pieces, and with each piece, make the pizza in a torte pan, which has fresh butter in it. Bake it in an oven with melted butter on top. Make several holes on top with the tip of a knife so it will not puff up too much. When it is nearly done, sprinkle with sugar and rose water. This pastry should be baked slowly and serve it hot. So does that sound at all like a pizza to you? No, not really. But frankly, the definition of pizza is kind of weird. I mean, look at Chicago-style pizza.
Gross!
It's basically soup.
Gross!
Anyway, for this recipe, what you'll need is...
Man, I've been saying that. Wow. People literally come into my chat and say this is the best form of pizza. That is crazy to me. There's a guy there right there, right below me. He looks at this and goes, yep, that is the peak of pizza. I don't even fathom how that comes to your mind.
Style pizza. It's basically soup. Anyway, for this recipe, what you'll need is 4 cups or 480 grams of bread flour, a 1/4 cup or 60 grams of high yeast biga.
You need big A to make old school pizza? Well, I kind of just want to see the pizza. I'm not going to cook it, right? So just let me see what the pizza looks like and then maybe taste it.
Stereotypically Italian sounding name ever. Peter's Pizza Place, and that's enough. How great is that? And it is in this shop, later renamed Pizzeria Brandi, where we get pizza's most famous origin story. It's probably, well, it's definitely not completely true. It's probably somewhat true, but here it is. In 1889, Umberto I, king of a recently unified Italy, and his wife, Queen Margherita, decided to branch out from the French...
No way. Margherita pizza comes from her? There was a woman named for pizza? Holy, no way. Do you think she loved to eat pizza so much that's why they named her after it? She was named after the pizza, the other way around. In Italy, they named their leaders after pizza. There's King Deep Dish. There's triple meat baron.
French cuisine of the palace, and headed to Naples, where they commissioned Raffaele Esposito, the then owner of Pizzeria Brandi, to make 3 pizzas. One with lard, one with fish, and one with basil, tomato, and fresh mozzarella.
That's so funny. Hey, let's make one with dog shit, one with cat shit, and one with like tasty toppings. And we'll decide. We could have had a much worse outcome. That's crazy.
Queen Margherita tried the first pizza and said, "This pizza is too fatty." She tried the second pizza and said, "This pizza is too
Goldilocks,
fishy." Finally, she tried the third pizza, the one with mozzarella, tomato, and basil, and she said, "This pizza is just right." And thus was born the Pizza Margherita. It even had the three colori, or colors, of the Italian
I didn't
flag.
know that at all. That's
green
cool.
basil, white mozzarella, and red tomatoes. Again, probably not entirely true. Well, it's definitely not entirely true, but there might be some truth to it. But Naples says that this is how it happened, and the story is just too good not to accept without question. But even with the Queen on board, pizza still stayed a food of the poor, and thank God it did, because those were the people who brought it to America. In the late 19th and early 20th century, poor Italian immigrants brought pizza to the streets of New York City. Now, pizza was being sold all over the streets of New York, especially in Little Italy, but the first place that is credited with the first pizza, because they went and got a license, that's why, is called Lombardi's on Spring and Mott Street in Little Italy, and that is just 1 block from my first New York apartment. It was so small, great area, but it was so small that my bedroom door could not open all the way because I had a twin bed in there, and that got in the way. So
it is cool that it's still there.
Could you really call it a bedroom if it can't fit a bed? But pizza still really hadn't taken off outside of the Italian-American community. For that, we would have to go to war. When our brave boys returned home from fighting in Italy in WW2, they brought back a love of Italian food. And one of those Italian foods was pizza. It was the perfect food for the new suburban lifestyle. It could be made at home, or it could be made for delivery. And pizza places started popping up in cities all over the country. In 1958, Pizza Hut opened.
Pizza the Hut!
And in 1960, Tom and James Monahan bought the Michigan Pizza.
Hey, I know that I'm older than the average chatter, but is there anyone here who remembers the 90s? Pizza Hut used to be a real place. We used to be a real country. Pizza, when I was a kid, was a fucking place, dude. It was goated. It was good pizza. They had that salad bar. You would sit down there with the family. You would eat out at Pizza Hut. That was gas, dude. Pizza Hut sucks ass now. But even to this day, after having so many bad Pizza Hut pizzas, I still have a fond memory of it because of how good it was as a child. Referencing the 1900s is crazy. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like the 1900s, bro. It's not that long ago. It's crazy to say it like that. Watch the Phil Edwards Pizza Hut video. I'm going to watch this one. But I just remember Pizza Hut was fire, dude. It really was so good. Do people still do this? I can't tell if I'm out of touch from making money or if the world has changed. But do people still go out to eat and sit down at a Domino's or a Pizza Hut? Do families regularly doing that? Because I don't think it happens anymore. For pizza, no. I feel like everyone's doing takeout now or drive-through. Or do you go to what about Cece's Pizza or Peter Piper Pizza or that shit? You know, like a family event at a pizza place. Third places, fucking unk millennial talking about third places. Dumb Why doesn't he just scroll TikToks, bro, and sit at home? Is that like TikToks? Shut the fuck up. I don't know. That was just pizza is the source of many fond childhood memories. You go to a pizza arcade, you would go to a pizza place with your family. It would be it's like a low-cost way for the family to go out and have dinner.
Dominic's, and change the name to Domino's. This is also when frozen pizza was becoming popular, and I do love a frozen pizza. To this day, I cannot do Halloween. Halloween has to stop.
I have to check. Is Peter Piper Pizza still in business? Oh, it's still in business. It's cooking. Oh, you guys don't know about it because it's Arizona. It's Arizona, California, New Mexico. I didn't know. I didn't know it was only a Southwest thing. It's like an arcade, pizza arcade. Kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, I guess, but for older audience.
With a Red Baron pizza. I do not know why, but every Halloween I eat myself an entire Red Baron pizza all by myself, just as I did when I was a little kid. I was a chubby kid. I was a big kid. I wore husky pants, but man, I do love a Red Baron pizza. I only do it once a year now, though. What's interesting is that back in Old Italy, pizza still hadn't really gotten out of Naples and a few other places like Sicily. But when American tourists started showing up in Italy and they wanted pizza and Pisa, the other parts of Italy had to step up and start making their own kinds of pizza. And it didn't go great at first. Some of the country was so bad at mimicking Neapolitan pizza that the city of Naples founded AVPN, or the Associazione Verace Pizza Napoletana, which laid the groundwork for what makes pizza pizza. But I think that it was a little too late. The cat was already out of the bag, because here in America we were making sushi pizza and pizza bagels, and we had really done whatever.
Pizza bagel is one of the greatest inventions of all time and one of America's greatest cultural contributions. So watch your fucking tone, okay? I like the video so far, but if you're gonna talk shit on fucking pizza bagels or Totino's pizza rolls, then you've got another thing coming.
Whatever we want with pizza. Heck, you could even come over to my house later tonight and have your...
Did you last eat a pizza bagel? I visited my little brother in Arizona. This was within a year, and we watched movies, and he gave me an edible, and we ate pizza bagels. It was awesome.
Yourself a pizza with rose water and sugar, because I'm pretty sure my pizza's about done. So at 1 hour and 15 minutes, open up the oven and quickly brush on the rose water and sprinkle with sugar. Then let it bake for another 15 minutes or until it's baked all the way through. And then your papal pizza is ready to eat. And here we are, Scappi's pizza from the Italian Renaissance. Now this is a real pizza work.
That's not even...
So,
wait, there's no... I thought it had the toppings on the inside. I thought it was like a calzone. That's just a fucking cake. I thought it was a calzone. I was kind of excited. I was like, you know what? It's on the inside. It's kind of like a shepherd's pie.
Amazing. I mean, it smells like fresh... It kind of smells like croissants. I let it cool. You need to let it cool before you cut into it, because the butter needs so much butter. Here we go. Let's give this a taste.
It's got 2 pounds of butter. It is a cake.
Maybe it overrose, or I'm not sure. It's gonna be fine.
Just eat it.
That's delicious. It's not pizza. I mean, that's fantastic. The rose is so subtle. I didn't just taste some of the top. The rose is so subtle.
Okay, all right. I got enough out of this video. The history was kind of cool. I didn't know about Queen Margarita. I'll never forget that. That's kind of interesting. It has 2 pounds of butter. Of course, it's good. Hey, we did learn something. It followed the rules. We did learn something. It was a bit out of our norm, but we did learn something. You skipped the whole history part? No, I got the good history part. I got the part that I cared about.